thought I'd finish putting my lipstick back on because I had to eat really fast before I started doing this. Figure I should at least look like I have my stuff together, right? Huh, you don't even know. Okay. And this will give people time to log on. I don't wait long. I'm just like that. You'll notice if you're ever on my live stuff, I have a hard time waiting because I'm super impatient. I'm working on that, kinda. Hi Allison. Hi Ty. Oh, I'm so glad you're in here. That's wonderful. And Andrea, hi. Is it Andrea or Andrea? And how do you know the difference? Hey Denise. Yay. And Melissa, hi. And Amanda. Everybody's in here. I'm gonna cry. I'm already emotional. Oh Lord. Okay. That's okay. We'll let God take care of that, right? For sure. I'm figuring about, I don't know how long everybody waited. And Andrea. Okay, Andrea. So I did get it kind of close to right? Yeah. Hi, Tiff. And Laura. Hi, Laura. Nicole. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. So I don't know how long is like the normal time, or I guess the appropriate time would be the better word to wait for people. So maybe, Laura, could you just like maybe give me a heart when you think, or just comment and tell me, say I've waited long enough, because I really don't like to wait so long. It's really hard for me. I have to say though, I will be honest, I waited for this splurge to come out in this pink color. I waited. I complained and complained to only my friends, of course. Like, why do we not have a pink one? Of all the colors, why do we not have pink? And then there it was at convention, they announced it. I about fell over. I usually jump right in, but this is so important, so wait another minute. Okay, thanks, Laura. I appreciate that. Hey, Keisha. Aw, and Taryn's in here. Oh, you guys, I'm reconnected with a friend from nursing school, Taryn. It has just been a blessing already, and I just know it. So I am so grateful for her reaching out to me and, you know, just rekindling that. Sometimes you just need people for different reasons at different times, right? And God kind of knows how that works. He knows when you need it. I'm trying to get a knot out of this necklace. Hey, Ashley. I'm waiting about 30 seconds more, and then hopefully we'll have the knot out of the necklace, and then I will get started, you guys. So, yeah, I'm excited. I think this is going so well so far, and I'm learning so much. Like, man, this is a great, great event. My gosh, these videos are insane, and everybody is just teaching me so much, and I've learned by just watching and seeing how we're all so different, and we do our own, like, way. Oh, I love that. It's making me want to redo everything I've ever done, of course, because that's what I do. Every time I see other stuff, I'm like, oh, great, I should do that different. But, yeah, it's been really nice. Hey, Brandy. And Kate Roper's, hi, your eye makeup is gorgeous. Thank you. You don't understand how much work that takes for me. I am not an eye makeup girl. I am an eyeliner girl. Like liner and mascara, that's it. So this is like, you don't even know. I should make one big video of just me losing my flippin' mind every time I do eyeshadow. I really should. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I do have all the new colors on my eyes from the start Defending Innocence Kudos. And that is because I truly do actually like it. I love it. And so that's why. And I would not wear anything I didn't like. And that's just the way it is because that's how I'm made. So I do love it. And that's all that's on today. And I really enjoy it. The only bummer is I'm never going anywhere when I get the makeup on. So I'm kind of bummed that I'm sitting here. And I'm like, wait, I'm having my eye makeup done. I'm going nowhere. I put all that effort in. It took me forever. Okay, so I'm Jamie. Thank you, Kara. I appreciate that. And I am a presenter, of course, with Younique, and I am a nurse, kinda, when I have to be. I am currently trying to make Younique my life because I have never been happier about anything I've ever done. And I've never enjoyed something so much that I can't wait to work on it every day. And so that is currently my goal, is that I want Younique to be what I do forever because I have found my joy, and I know that that's a blessing. I think people search a lifetime to find their happiness, and it doesn't make sense to a lot of people because I have a degree, and it doesn't make sense because I'm not a big makeup girl, but I guess that's the beauty in this company is you don't have to be. And I'll tell you, I've been a part of church for a very long time, but in the end it was Younique and the people in their hearts who healed my heart and my soul. So boy, I'll be with them forever. So I'm going to start with a story because I think that's how we connect. And stories are what bind us together and help us understand one another and makes us real, makes us human. Because we can look on Facebook and we see perfect. And it's not because we're trying to be perfect. It's what we see because we're putting our best out there and we're sharing things with the world. And it's like a highlight reel, you guys. Like if you went to a dinner in honor of somebody and you'd see the highlights. That's what Facebook is. But there's so much more underneath. And I think that's why I'm starting with the story. I normally would start with numbers, things like that. But I really prayed about it. And I feel like this is the way that this has to go down. Hi, everyone. I see you in here. When I did join Younique, and I can't even tell you the date. That's how much it didn't matter to me. I did it just on a whim. I wanted to help my dear friend Danielle. I love her so much, and I thought it did something for her. And it did not, because you don't join, like when you join here, we don't get nothing. And she got nothing from it, and so then I was bummed because I thought I did something really great for her. And she's like, no, I don't get anything from that. I'm like, oh. And so that's why I joined. There was no like, oh, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to go in here and sell this makeup. I just joined. And it just so happened that Ashley Hamilton, who is my upline, had told me about the foundation. Now, they had spoken of it before, and I didn't really pay attention. I really didn't pay attention to much anything they said to me ever because I just thought a lot of it was stupid. And I had a really bad attitude at the time, so I didn't really pay attention. But I didn't realize that when I joined Younique, it was going to be the beginning of like, oh, the biggest breakdown of my life. And I am... I've grown up really hard. It's been a hard, hard life. And by the time Younique came around, I was really tired. I was so tired of living that I would ask God every day, please, please just take me. I'm tired. Like, how long can it be this hard? And that pain was so real. And something had triggered something in me. A big event happened in my life that really tore me up, and I didn't know how to get out of it. I didn't know how to fix myself. That I found myself in the darkest place, and I found myself walking away from God because I just didn't believe he was there anymore. After everything in the end, how could he allow everything I loved to be gone out of my life? And so here I am in this makeup company, and I've got Ashley and all the company telling you to be positive and to work on yourself on the inside and to speak positive thoughts to yourself. And all the time I'm like, oh, shut up. Like, you guys are so annoying. This is so stupid. And it just was... Ashley always says it's funny to watch me now because now I'm like, you gotta stay positive, you gotta stay focused. And back then I just wanted everybody to shut up because they were annoying the crap out of me. Hold on, my dog is wanting out. Go. Sorry. It's a good thing it got me to stop crying. Okay. And so as we're moving along, I find myself kind of losing my mind a little. I quit my job at the hospital because I really just couldn't function anymore. I have fibromyalgia, which is very common for women who've suffered any trauma like this, sexual abuse, physical abuse, all of it, which I happen to have it all. So how great is that? There wasn't really any that was, she didn't miss any of it. And so I didn't know that your body holds trauma. And so fibromyalgia is very common for veterans and for people who've suffered things like this. And so it got harder to work. I had pain more often, and I found myself leaving nursing because I was just miserable. And as I left, I remember calling my boss, and I said to her, I'm not coming in today. And I said, because if I get in that car, I probably won't stop driving. And I remember she said, we love you so much, and we just want you to be happy and okay again. So you do what you need to do, and you will always have a place here. And I walked away from that, no problem. and started on what I thought was a new life, which really was see if Jamie can kill herself, because that's really what I was trying to do. Everything was falling apart. I was leaving my husband. I was trying to get out of my marriage. I didn't cook. I didn't clean. I didn't care what my sons were doing anymore, because I felt like everybody had taken from me, and everybody had taken enough, and I had had enough. So I was giving nothing to anybody anymore. And so at that point comes convention, okay? And we go to convention, and this was not this past fall or summer, but the summer before. And we go, and we have Elizabeth Smart was there as the speaker. If you don't know who she is, she's that young lady who had really her life snatched from her. She was living out, it was the Utah mountains, and somebody who actually lived in the mountains and secluded was able to take her for her whole life and have multiple children with her until she was found again. So she really had her life taken from her. She was the speaker, and when I saw that she was the speaker, I stood up and walked out of there and said, this is ridiculous. You know what this place is doing? They're just trying to pull on our emotions. This is what they're doing here. I didn't trust Younique. I didn't trust anything about anybody. And I thought they were just trying to, just get at our heartstrings so they can get at our pocketbooks. I sat down at a table for dinner. You were randomly seated. And I sat at this table, and it just so happened there was 3 women from Utah at the table. And I had just been accepted to the Younique Foundation. Now, to back us up, I wasn't going to apply. Ashley Hamilton had said something to me, and I was losing my mind at that point. I thought, what could it hurt? And I couldn't figure out why I was not okay anymore. And as I applied, I thought, I'm probably not going to get accepted, and I don't know that I want to go. And they were doing the fight song. Rachel Platten does this song, this is my fight song, take back my life song, that one. And you were to make your own if you wanted, about really standing up for women. And I told Ashley, I'll be damned if I'm going to put that video out there. I absolutely will not do that. That's ridiculous. That's what I told her. You want to know who cried when Rachel Platten walked on stage at this convention? Oh, I was a ballin' mess. But this is how I was. I guess I'm giving you these pieces so you know my mindset. It didn't make sense to me. I thought they were full of crap. I thought they were playing on our emotions. I didn't trust anyone. And so then here I am sitting at this table at convention, and 3 Utah girls are next to me, and I say, hey, how far are you from where this foundation is? And they were about an hour away, and I said, maybe when I come out there, I can come see you guys first, so that way at least I have like a comfort level. They say yes. Months go by, and I forget who they are, but I know I friended them, so I put this random post out on Facebook, and I said, where are my Utah Weiss sisters? Where are you at? Please holler back at me. They all responded. I set up my dates to go, and I went early because it was cheaper to go early on that flight. And they picked me up from the airport, took a day off of work, took me around, and then watched me have panic attacks. But I am grateful, because I think if I hadn't had them, I wouldn't have been able to get just to the foundation. I probably would have backed out, because I kept trying to back out. I thought, I can't do this. I do not want to go there. What are they going to do? I thought because they are a Christian organization that they were going to make me pray with them or learn their ways. And I had been a worship leader and a youth leader for a very long time, and you would think that wouldn't concern me. I was scared. I did not. I thought they're going to probably push their views on me. I'm not going to do this. I am not going to be part of this. I was very scared to go. So as it turns out, there's those Utah girls. But as I get on the plane, I just ask God, please take me. Take me either on the way there or on the way back. One way or another, please do not let me have to go anymore. If you love me, you'll stop making me live this life, because I've had enough. When is enough for me? Well, of course, he didn't take me. And I got there, and when I had to go to the airport to meet the people, I was a ball and mess. I had sunglasses on, and they were all smiling, and so that really pissed me off. And I thought, this is not happy. What are you all goddamn smiling about? And this little happy little perky woman comes bopping by, and I thought, Jesus, don't let her be my counselor. She is my counselor. And I love her very much. I wouldn't talk to anybody. We get into the van, and as you go into the mountains, you lose service. I had on music, trying to keep myself calm, And I want to tell you, I've never had panic attacks my whole life, just so you know. That was a new thing that came about. And as we got closer, I started freaking out, and I was mortified because I couldn't stop it. So here I am, a nurse. Here I am, a woman who, I've been on my own since 15, you guys. When I was 10, I would knock on my friends' doors and be like, hey, you think your parents will let me live with them? I mean, I was brave and strong. I have none of that left, you guys. Like, it was gone. And I'm losing it, and the women are touching on my shoulders to comfort me, and I'm getting mad because I don't want them to comfort me because I'm just pissed that I'm upset and that they're seeing me fall apart. We walk in the door to the cabins, and I say cabin. Can I say cabin like a mansion? Because this thing is huge and beautiful, okay? And they ask me my name, and I can't talk because I'm sobbing, and I can't stop. And I'm just looking at them going, I'm like, I can't. And they said, that's okay. Why don't you go over there and grab a blanket and a book? Those were made for you. Now, before I tell you about that table of blankets, I've been working for a camp for abused kids for probably about 13 years now. They're foster kids who suffer abuse or neglect, and they get a week of love from us. And when I started going there, I was so upset that they would have to leave foster home to foster home and have nothing from us, like a hug. You know, they have to shove their stuff in there in a bag, and that's it, and they go. And so I wanted them to have a hug from us. And so I'm like, I want every kid that comes to this camp to have blankets. And I want them to be microfiber. And I also want them to be full size or larger tie blankets. I was very specific in what I asked for. And I remember my husband going, oh, so you think you're going to be able to get like 90-something blankets? I'm like, yeah, because I think God is specific, okay? And I know that we have power, and whether you believe in God or not, I know that you know there's something out there, and there is power in numbers and in your passion and your drive. And if you know that it's good and right and true, and if you've got all your heart and your soul behind it, and you can pass that on to other people, it will come. And it did. I only had to raise money or get the blankets for, was it 1 or 2 years? I have never touched that mission again, because every year I show up to camp and there's all those blankets because it has been taken over. And so I always tell people that's one of the greatest successes of my life, because I didn't have to keep doing it. And so there's those blankets, right? And I look over at that table, and there's blankets for me. And then there's these journals, and I thought, it's truly the most beautiful moment of my life, because I understood for a split second that it was my turn. And I was being affirmed right in that moment. That was for me. I love that blanket, by the way. And if people touch it here, I about lose my flipping mind. But that's because it's my blanket. And it's like, that's my turn. It's my blanket. It's my special blanket. Everybody better keep their hands off of it. You don't know how much that blanket meant. I still was not nice. We went to the counseling sessions, and I kept my sunglasses on. I didn't want to talk to anybody. And we had to check in every day. And checking in meant telling me how you feel physically, mentally, spiritually. Tell me how you feel. And they would go around the circle, and I would sit there like this. And a lady was sitting next to me, and she looked over like this, and I could feel her looking at me. And she's just looking at me, and I'm like, and she was the last one before me, and she goes, well, I guess I'm going to have to go. And I go, I guess you are. The girls there told me they were scared of me. I was that mean. And what's funny is the people who know me wouldn't even guess that. But I was that mean. I was meaner than mean. It was morning, and they were all smiling, and they're like, oh, what's wrong? Are you okay? I'm like, I'm okay. I just want to be talked to. It's morning. I don't like morning. I want to be left alone. And that's how I acted. But I was so protective when I got there. I was so scared. I think I knew internally that I was not okay at all, and that if I didn't get the help I needed there, that I would not make it. And when I got there and I was in these rooms, I just knew I had to protect myself, and I didn't want people to talk to me because I didn't want to know their story. Because I'm going to tell you something. If I know your story, I'm going to jump on. I'm going to try to save your life, because that's what I do. My whole life I've been helping others, right? And I think that's part of why I was tired and done. And it's pretty crazy, because that's kind of how I felt. I was protecting myself. And I didn't get it until the last day. As the last day, we have a chef there who makes these beautiful meals. They make you feel like you're a princess. And at the Camp for Abused Kids I work for, it's called Royal Family Kids Camp. We treat them like kings and queens. And they're loved on and lavished with all extravagant love and giving. That's what they're doing at the Younique Foundation. And it was not lost on me what I was seeing and what was happening. I couldn't believe it. I mean, foods I never thought I would ever have, experiences. They thought of everything down to the smell in the air, down to the where you lay your head, to the things that you hear and taste. It was all thought of. What I couldn't figure out while I was there is, where did my tools go? So I grew up all messed up this whole life, right? And I had all these tools that worked. They worked forever. I mean, they got me this far. And I thought I was pretty great. I'm going to tell you right now. I was like, I got this. I overcame all of that. I am fine. I was not fine. All the things I thought were fine were not fine. Because I never really truly loved my husband. Because I was always like, I can go without him. I can go without anybody. I don't need anybody. I never truly was vulnerable to anyone. Nobody actually knew me inside. My husband definitely didn't know me. So coming there, they taught me new tools that didn't require drugs. Thank you very much. So sick of the world of drugs. And told me things about myself that made sense. Why I kept repeating these cycles that were tearing me down. I didn't know why I did them before, and now I knew. And so I could do something. I could remember every time until it became natural that I didn't do it anymore. It changed everything. And I felt hope again. When I came home, well, let me back that up. Let me tell you one thing that irritated me. They kept saying you're safe, right? Like, we have a guard. Everything, you're protected here. And I kept going, yeah, because people are just like scrambling up to like come and like hit us up at the Younique Foundation. The whole time I was really just a real jackass, okay? Let's just be real, a jackass. And they're like, yeah, you're safe. And they kept saying, I'm like, why do they keep saying that? This is so stupid. Of course we're safe. Nobody's coming here. Nobody. So we'll fast forward. I'm home. We open this book from the foundation. My husband and I are working on it together. And I read this little excerpt, and it gets to the word about feeling safe. But when I got to the word safe, I couldn't even say the word, and I started bawling. And I didn't know why. And I'm like, I don't know why this is bothering me. So I tried to read it again, and I could not do it. And he looked at me, and he goes, you've never felt safe, have you? That was it. Never. And the reason I was losing my mind at that point was because something big had happened to me at a place that I thought was safe, and it was gone. And when it was gone, it ruined everything for me, because it was the first time I had a safe place. I can't believe that a makeup company, I say it all the time, I can't believe a makeup company saved my life. I can't believe a makeup company helped me understand how I was doing the same things over and over and how to stop them. I'm good at hiding, you guys. I can hide anything from anybody. I've been doing it my whole life. I mean, my Lord. When I was living by myself, when we were living out of a car, I mean, I could hide anything. But I couldn't hide things anymore. And now I found a way to heal them. And it's amazing because you don't realize the hold it has on you. They did this art form there called kintsugi. I was going to show you guys. It's so hard to see. I can never get the lighting right. Let me see. Okay, so this is the necklace you get. Can you see the little lady on there? She's got her hands up for hope. Okay, that was the room I stayed in, was called Hope. And then on the back here, it's broken. Do you see like the broken pieces? That's kintsugi. Okay, it's a Japanese. Melissa, thank you, Melissa, and you're a new person I've met, so I'm glad to have you in here. This kintsugi, the whole point of it is that broken pieces make something more beautiful, make something new and more beautiful. And we know that through scripture, right? You know, they make the broken beautiful. He makes all things new. But they had us take these bowls and beat them. That was the only part I liked, was breaking them. And then you had to put them back together with this gold stuff. It was like a gold powder. I absolutely hated the project. I thought it was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You see a theme here? And I didn't even keep my piece. I still don't care about that piece because I got it. I get it. This I love though, because I just think I have told myself my whole life, Jamie, you are so disgusting. Look at who you really are. You just need to die. How terrible you are. You're so ugly. Look at this body of yours. Look at what you've done. Look at your life. This is all I would do. And do you know, I said it to myself every day. You're so ugly. God, you disgust me. Maybe today you'll die. Maybe today will be the day. And I said this to myself every single day of my whole life. It's insane. I didn't realize how much that does things. I was doing all the right stuff on the outside, you guys. Running youth groups, inspiring kids. Apparently I was telling myself everything opposite. I didn't know how much that affects your world. And so when I say, I have some chills right now. When I talk about the blankets and how I said I could be specific and that I knew that it would come, it's the same thing with that self-talk. And you have to fight that negative world that's inside you. If you're one of those people, it's a fight every single day. I have fought all day today. All week I've been fighting. It's just been a weird week and I'm really struggling. And so every day I have to go back and read again and go back and read again because you're never done. You can get that armor and you can fight, but you have to keep putting it back on because we're human and we just fall into what we know. Even if it's a terrible place to be, we fall back. So the foundation, you guys, companies build things and they have a mission or they have a company and they do stuff. But this place wasn't here. Younique didn't exist. They wanted to have a foundation. It was free for women to get healing and they wanted to fund it. And then Younique was created. Do you understand the difference? There's a big difference to me. It's all the difference to me. Younique was created after the thought of this foundation, after the thought of me. So Derek and Shalane, they are the founders, okay? They're husband and wife. They come down and they visit all of us, every single group that goes. The foundation was supposed to be a 7-year plan. They did it in 2. I think it was 2 years. I was the 10th group to stay. And they are serving thousands and thousands of women all over the world because of Younique, and they're healing them. But Shalane, when she would hug us, said she would imagine us as children. I'm going to tell you that's what I do as a nurse. I always try to imagine people as kids. And she knew that there was something more she had to do. That's where the defend innocence came into play. Because how do you make things stop? You can't just go, I'm going to fix this, but then you don't fix the root of the cause, right? And so her thing is, we have to help the kids. And how do you help them? They have to be protected before it happens. You guys, think of somebody you trust, somebody you love and trust, a sister, an aunt, an uncle. Think of someone you love and trust. And think, how would you feel if they did something to your child, to your niece, your nephew, your grandchild? This is why this is so hard. We're not trying to go, stranger danger. They're trying to go, listen, guess what? This sucks. People around you, 1 in 4 girls, right? 1 in 5 boys, or 1 in 6, so ratio is 1 to 5. They are molested by somebody they know. I was. It was my babysitters, and it was my mom's boyfriends. Did I say anything? Didn't even think to. Because I'm supposed to trust them, and so you just don't. You just don't. So how young's too young, you guys? To tell them. Or setting up boundaries. This Defend Innocence is part of the Younique Foundation. It is a way to keep it moving, okay? And to make sure they're reaching down, okay? Always reaching down. Making sure that they're getting to the bottom of everything. They're starting from the root of the cause. So that way there's less of me. Because we grow up with disorders. We grow up with, the biggest thing is you want love so bad you'll take love in any form. I've been doing that since I was 12, right? Been having sex since I was 12. Pregnant 4 times. Because I just want to be loved. So how do you stop it? And then how do you do it when it might be your family? How do you do it? You set boundaries. And that's what Defend Innocence is about, okay? They have a whole site, defendinnocence.org, okay? And you can hit Start Defending. They have all this information there. And the reason it's there is because you have got to talk to your children as soon as possible. Because if you think about the cases we've heard of, there is no too young, ever. You can set boundaries for family members. You can say, this is how I'm raising my child, and this is what's allowed and what's not. Because if you don't, You might never know. And when your daughter, your son is suddenly not here anymore, I tried to kill myself 3 separate times. When you can't figure out why they're having sex with everybody, or they're in fights at school, or they're dropping out, or expelled, me, expelled, pregnant, sex with everybody, I ran away, you know, yeah, then it's too late, because then it takes a lifetime to work through that, a lifetime. And some people do okay, most don't. So you have to work on them, and that's what this is all about. The Younique Foundation heals us women who suffered that abuse, and it's free. And we get loved. God, does this company love on people? I cried the whole convention this year, you guys, because I couldn't believe how much love I was seeing for all of us, for everybody at the convention, and how much I saw their servant hearts. The top of our company, they were all on the bottom, serving us, all of us. I love that, because that's me. It's who I am. It's who I've always been. They're trying to do something important, and it just so happens they thought of a makeup company to do it, and it's working. It's across the world, fastest growing in world history, changing lives everywhere. They've changed mine. They've saved mine. I'm still married, and he knows me really well now. He knows I've never felt safe, and so he woke me up every day this year saying, "Good morning, I love you. You are enough. You are amazing mother and wife, and you are safe. You will always be safe, and I will always take care of you." And he did this every single day for me until I believed it. It's a lot of work to fix the broken stuff. So why not start with our children, right? So that's what that's about. I'm going to look at my notes now, because I write down notes and I've never used my notes. So I'm going to make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope, I think we did it. I will tell you this. I now am not negative. I love that this company forces you to work on your inside and to love yourself and to love others. That if they hear of you even being negative for a minute, they stop you. I love it. I love that they tell you that we are here to uplift, empower, and validate, and if you're not doing things, get off the page. I love that this sisterhood is truly a sisterhood. I have new friends now. I thought I had great friends before. Isn't that funny? And I thought they were good for me. They were not. The friends I have now, my God, every day I feel so humbled. So, I can't believe that this is what I get to have now. I've dreamt of friends like this. I've dreamt of people surrounding me. When I looked around at convention, I cried a lot because I was so moved by it all, what I was seeing. Love. God, I feel like there's so much love missing in the world, you guys. Smile. You know, you have to. Sometimes I just have to make myself smile at people, even if I don't feel like it. But sometimes you're the only smile they get that day, and it's funny how much that does. Just like a baby, when a baby smiles, you can't help but smile. It's the same thing. People need it. I'm looking down to see you guys. Oh, okay, so my last thing is that what's really beautiful on top of everything is that they use everything that I learned at the foundation. They institute that through our whole company. So even if you've never had any of that happen, it's a part of everything they do, because it's almost like they keep everything connected. I find that to be so beautiful. And one of the things I've really loved is that they partnered with the Underground Railroad for sexually trafficked children. That's huge to me. And so what that tells me is they have a heart that doesn't stop. And it's not enough. And I always feel that way. I'm always like, that's not enough. It's not enough. There needs to be more. There needs to be more. And because I always feel like I'm in a fight. And I feel like they have that, because everybody is burdened with something different, you guys. So some people are burdened with animals, right? And some people are burdened with homeless, and that's okay, because we're all different, and that's purposeful. God purposes it on your heart, because everybody has their one thing that they're going to do, right? And they're going to do it well. And so that's okay. I just want you guys to know that there's a million things you could be have on your heart, but this is one that's on my heart and always has been, and I found my place for it now here, and I love it, you guys. So I've missed a lot of this stuff, you guys. I'm going to try to scroll down. Does anybody have any questions? Tango Delta, yes, be the change you want to see in the world. Absolutely. I try to create my own world, but lately it's been not a good week. I've just been so affected by people around me who are not being positive, and so I'm having a really hard time staying there. It's been really rough this week. Oh, Amanda, I'm sorry. I love you. I don't mean to make you cry so hard, but I do love you. I'm just hoping that you are falling in love with yourself, because you need to. You're amazing. And Wisdom, I love you too. You guys are all amazing. I couldn't be more blessed, really. Virtual hugs. I get lots of hugs. Good, I'm taking them, because I need to pull out of this week. Aww. Amanda, I love you too. I'm trying to go down this thing. See, did anybody ask questions? You guys have any questions about the foundation or the... I can show you the Defend Innocence bundle. The important part is this. It just gives you... Oh, that's stupid lighting. Can you see that? It gives you like some things about how to talk with your children, things to say, where to go to find your information. To me, that's the important part. Of course, I like the pink in the bundle, and it's very cute. And so you guys can have that also. But, so when you do buy, anybody buys, like it's helping to fund the Younique Foundation. And when you round up, every single penny of that goes. And what did they say it was per month that they get? Who remembers? From rounding up, like those pennies, I feel like they said it was like $50,000. Wasn't it something like that? And you guys, I'm telling you, I want the people who work that foundation to make good money, because they deserve it. I know 82% goes to the actual foundation and the services there. That's high. Check out foundations and how that all works. That is a high percentage. And I want those people to be paid well. You know why? Because I want them to stay, and they look like they love it and they care. So they deserve it. It's okay for people to make money. I'm okay with that, especially when they're doing such good work and they're working so hard and they work hard. Let me see if somebody answered this. Over 40,000, yeah. Over 40,000 a month, just rounding up your totals. So if you are somebody who wants to buy or choose to purchase something, round up. You know, it's like a simple act of 30 cents, 50 cents, and it's just amazing to know that you just changed a life. Truly. My people, all the people who've been a part of this, they're a part of changing my life. They're the reason I got to go early. And you know why they did it early? They did the foundation early, Shalane said, because she felt like they couldn't wait. She goes, we cannot wait. We have to do it now. We've got to get these women there now. People need help now. Thank God. I wouldn't be here right now. You guys, I was coming up with every way I could think of to kill myself. I would not be here. But for some reason, she felt an urge to make this happen quicker. Thank God. Thank God. Every dollar donated, Younique can donate too. That's right. That's right. Thank you, Laura. That's what I was trying to remember. So for every dollar that people donate through Younique, I always get this wrong. So for every dollar donated from the purchases, Younique can donate $2. So that would be Derek and Shalane. They can donate that money. Okay, so they double it. Whatever's given, they give more, which is really awesome. Okay. So I was just going to show you. So it comes in a little box. You could tell I'm using the crap out of this. You get that little lipstick. If you guys do happen to like this, if you don't, that's okay too, because you can just round up anything if you are somebody who purchases. I do love it. I think it's so pretty. These have no smell, nothing. They feel like velvet. They're really moisturizing to your lips, and that's good because I have really dry lips. I hate it. Then you have that purple Younique pencil. This is called Purposeful, correct? Yes. See, so it's like that color right there. It's really pretty. And I did the video real quick beforehand and posted it because I just didn't want that to interfere with this talk. I felt like I wouldn't get my words out properly. And then the favorite thing in the whole wide world, this, you guys. My favorite. I love it. It's so pretty. So that's what comes in the Defend Innocence bundle. It also comes with a necklace that I broke, like day one. I'm like that. I'm very not graceful. But yeah, so you get that along with that little insert, and it is a lovely little thing if that's something that you would like to have. Deb, be strong and care for others in this company to help with your dream. Thank you very much, Deb. And Patty, and hey, Deb Meso, I love you. Deb Meso, oh, you guys, another amazing woman. Let me tell you something. Lord delay. Okay, I think that's the end, unless anybody has questions. And I'm sorry I made lots of people cry. Andrea Davis, it's so scary trying to figure out how and when to talk to your children. It is. It really is. And I think that's what the site is really for, is coming up with ways to go around that. Because when they're 3, you're like, what do you say? You know, but you got to say things like, things that are never okay. It doesn't matter who they are. These are never okay, even if it's your mommy or your daddy. You know, even if, if you go to a doctor, this is not okay unless your mom or dad is there and this is happening. I mean, yeah, kind of sucks. Okay, I'm going to scroll down. All right, ladies. So thank you for having me. And boy, I feel a lot better right now. It's so funny. I've been having just terrible days. So I have needed this, and I appreciate you guys listening. Heather Veen, God's purpose was greater than your preference. You are a blessing to this world. I'm so glad I've met you through this journey. Aw, thank you so much. Yeah, it is amazing to be here. All right, you guys have a good night. Yeah, all right. I love you, Ashley. Good night, guys.